Joy Taylor claims them. Joy Taylor with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
I actually rode in a Heat championship parade. So I think I can claim that title.
Which year?
It was 2012. It was 2012.
Oh, the first one with LeBron.
Yeah.
Beat KD and
it might have been the second one. I don't know. There's so many. It's so many to keep track of. But yes, I did.
So many. Oh my God, Pat Riley dropping his rings on the table. Oh God, so many.
I mean, you have to have those rings to drop on the table. Just saying.
Yeah, of course. Listen, everybody loves The Godfather. Everybody does.
The European Championship between Italy and England came down to a shootout.
Italy.
Thanks to a 1-1 draw after 120 minutes of play. This was some watch yesterday. So both teams made their first kicks. Then Italy missed their second attempt, which opened the door for England. And then they missed their last three in a row. And Italy claimed their first Euro title since 1968. Marcus Rashford and Sancho were late substitutions in the game right before the penalty kicks. Sancho and Saka and Rashford all missed their kicks. Well, Rashford hit the post, and then the other two were saves by Donnarumma. But it was an unbelievable watch. Penalty kicks are, I think, the greatest. I think they're the greatest.
They're excruciating.
They're excruciating, but they're the best watch in sports. Like, there's nothing that compelling and like white knuckling than that, to me. Anyway, I think it's just it's amazing to watch. Regardless if I had, which I was not rooting in either direction, but I just thought it was an unbelievable watch.
I'm Italian. I was rooting for Italy, so I was happy. Do you think I look like the Italian goaltender? I don't know if people kept tweeting me saying they didn't. Listen. Here's the thing. Anybody with a giant nose and a beard, people are gonna tweet to me that I look like him. But the Italian goaltender, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Nick Wright, who knew? Also plays goalie for Italy. I'll take it. He had some good stops. Happy for him." But I don't know. That's what you don't see it.
I mean, he could be your cousin.
Troy doesn't see it.
I guess.
My cousin, maybe he is.
Maybe
see
he
where
is.
he's from in Italy.
Maybe he is.
Boot. Yeah. Is he Sicilian? I think I have some Sicilian blood. I got a 23andMe. Go ahead. What else
I don't know. I can't do all this research on the fly. But
that's all right. No, there's too much going on. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that you guys favor each other. Sure. How's that? But congrats to Italy.
Sure.
It's going to Rome, and that was a fun watch yesterday. So the Chiefs lost 31-9 to the Bucs in the Super Bowl last season. I don't know if you know that, Nick Wright. I'm sure you watched that.
I almost cursed. I almost said no S. Yeah, I know. The most watched event in television history. I know what happened. Literally nothing's ever been watched more than that game. And you're like, oh, I don't know if you saw. Yeah, I saw.
No.
Why are you bringing it up?
I mean, well, because Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill were talking about that loss, calling it a shellacking. Yeah. That is what Kelce referred to it as. And he said he's using it as motivation to come back even stronger for a championship chase in 2021. And Tyreek Hill said he's been grinding his tail off to bounce back after what he called an embarrassing loss. I actually think that, well, I'm sure you would disagree because you wanted them to win and you were wrong about Tom Brady again, which is I can't believe that you still decide to stay in. But I think that when it comes to dynasties, a loss like that can be helpful in the long term because it doesn't let you get comfortable. Now, I think there are a lot more factors to that loss than just Tom Brady and the Bucs defense being great. Like, there were some injuries that I think played a massive role. And I don't like to blame things on injuries, but they are factors in why people win or lose. Like, that does play a role in why people get somewhere. You can't control them, and they are inevitable in every sport. So I don't think it's an excuse, but I do think it matters. I just think that they're talking about it in a way that they're using it to, not that they needed to be humbled, because I don't believe in that either, but just it helps you stay on the grind a little bit more. Whereas I think the Bucs running it back is an interesting tactic, but I don't know that will have the same effect.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to go 20-0. They should have never lost that game. Is an outrage. The whole offensive line was injured. And by the way, you're like, oh, I can't believe you're still on the Brady thing. God, I'm going to get killed for this. I really think I was right about Tom. I know it's like Nick, he just won the Super Bowl again. Let me just defend my take for a moment. You know who also thought Tom Brady was done? Bill Belichick, who was around him every single day. The year I said Brady's officially done, he threw a pick six to lose a first-round playoff game to the Titans. Then he goes Tampa, first-round playoff game. They're playing Taylor Heineke, who just got to the league. Second playoff game, the Saints are beating them, and then Drew Brees melts like the Wicked Witch of the West when hit by water, just in a puddle all of a sudden. Now he's retired, he's gone. Third playoff game, Bakhtiari's out. That's important. And Brady just keeps throwing lollipop interceptions. Packers can't take advantage of it. Fourth playoff game, Chiefs' entire offensive line is out. And all of a sudden, for into the first half, every time, it's an incomplete pass. Flag, flag, flag. I don't think I was wrong about Tom.
I think you were
did
definitely
this,
wrong.
Joy. No one told you to bring this up.
Luck favors the prepared.
It's a good take.
That is a saying I use often, and he is very, very prepared and took advantage of that moment. I firmly deboarded well, I was never on the Brady is retiring or Brady is done train. I've never thought that was a good band to team up with. But I have suffered at the hands of Brady for many years, and I decided to just stop suffering and just enjoy watching the greatest quarterback that we've ever seen play after that Atlanta Super Bowl.
I thought I decided to stop suffering, too, when his team kicked him to the curb for Jared Stidham, and he had to go to Tampa.
Belichick also tried to do that with Jimmy Garoppolo, and we saw how that turned out. So him moving off of Tom Brady, I wasn't really thinking that was something he had a firm grasp on, but obviously you did. Speaking of Bakhtiari, sorry. David Bakhtiari has gotten a reputation for chugging beers at Bucs games, and he was in attendance for Game 3 last night. And Dana Beers egged him on to do it once again, and he accepted, and he did 2 beers in a row. And this time, his dad got in on it and chugged a beer as well, which made the crowd go wild. I've loved watching the Suns fans throughout this postseason, but I thought that the Bucs fans really showed out last night. That Deer District was crazy, and this is such a fun thing. I enjoyed this. I know people got weird about it because it's alcohol, but it's Milwaukee.
Not you. I'm not telling you to shut up. Just the people who get weird about it. It's alcohol. Hey, big giant NFL offensive lineman enjoys drinking beer. That's a story literally as old as NFL offensive linemen and beer. Now, we don't have the video of it. We don't have the video of it. But do you know what also happened at this game? They put a little kid on the Jumbotron.
I saw it.
And he had an apple juice, and he chugged the apple juice. Now, that could lead you down a slightly problematic road, but I liked it. I'm a big fan of it. People are all like, what if my kids see it? Hey, your kids are your problem, not my problem. I thought it was great.
I couldn't agree more.
I thought it was fantastic.
Raise your own children. I thought it was great. It's so on brand, and it was really fun. And his dad getting in on it was the absolute best. Also, I cannot chug a beer at all, so I truly don't understand how this is even humanly possible. But it's fun to watch, and I'm just so glad the fans are back.
I would have thought Joy Taylor, back when she was only semi-famous Joy Taylor doing local radio in Miami at one of those remotes, when you're out at, Bob's Bar from 9 a.m. to noon on a Saturday, you would have thrown down one. Not a beer chugger. Learn something new every day.
I've made plenty of other extremely questionable choices, but I can't physically chug a beer, so.
It's true. By the way, $50 bounty if anyone sends some of those questionable choices, proof of them to me via the internet. There's Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line News.
So there's Herd Line News with the great Joy Taylor. Coming up next, Monty Williams